So I welcome you all to this session. So we are discussing about pneumatic control system. So in the pneumatic control system, before we are discuss about the parts, that is the intake filter and the compressor. These are the parts of the pneumatic system. So today we will discuss about reservoir. So we know that the compressor that cannot be directly used in the system or any system, because so therefore must be sent to the reservoir. What reservoir to? The reservoir that will be stabilize the pressure of the compressor. So the reservoir that compensate the pressure fluctuation when compressed air is taken from the system. And if the pressure of the reservoir will be dropped below the certain value, then compressor will compensate until it set the higher value is again. And thus has advantage, compressor does not operate continuously. This is the advantage, compressor does not operate continuously. So you have to store the compressed air in the reservoir, then you have to work on that. So you can see the basic component of pneumatic system, that is the intake filter. In the intake filter, what will happen? The large size of dust and dot particle will be removed, and again it will be sent to the compressor. Then from compressor, it will be two-stage compressor, then intercooler will be used. From the intercooler to the aftercooler, then separated to the receiver or reservoir. Then it will be go for secondary air treatment. So first air treatment or first stage of air treatment will be over. Then we will discuss about secondary air treatment. In the secondary air treatment, what will happen? We will treat the air. So how we will treat the air? We will treat the air by removing the dust, dirt particles and the moisture present in the atmospheric air. Moisture or humid or your smoke, that will be in that way we will treat the air, and the treated air will be again sent to the use for in the pneumatic system. Okay, so if we are not removing the dust and dirt particle, what will happen? This will causes the wear in the component, and we are not removing the humid or your moisture from the air, what will happen? It will may create the corrosion in the pneumatic system. Okay, and it is essential to treat the air to get rid of these impurities, and the treatment will be divided into three stages. In the first stage, large size of particle will be prevented from entering, that will be compressor by intake filter. Then air leaving the compressor may be humid or maybe have high temperature. Then it will be second stage, and it will be go for a cooling. In the air in the second stage, the temperature of the compressor will be lower by using the cooler, and air will be dry by the dryer. You can see here, it will be cool, then it will be dry, then from receiver tank to the secondary air treatment. In the secondary air treatment, we are using a filter, FRL unit, filter, regulator and lubricator. FRL unit will be used. So where you have to filterize the air, compress air, then you have to regulate, then you have to lubricate this air, and then it will be sent to the system or direction control valve to the actuator. So what is the function of the mainline filter? It will remove the water vapor and solid contaminant that will be present in the pneumatic system. So you can see here, the air will be in here, air will be out from left to right. So this one is a deflector cone, which will be deflect the air into the filter. The baffle plate, it will be create the cyclodal motion, a centrifugal force, which will be the large size of particle or your water vapor moisture will be removed from the water, and this from the condensed moisture, that means the water particle that will be removed from the air, that will be condensed and it will be drained by the drain flow. So the main function of the air filter and water trap, this is the air filter and water trap. So what is that? It is used to prevent the solid contaminant from entering the system and condense and remove the water vapor that will be present in the air. Then how to remove? The compressed air that pass through the filter from left to right is fed through the baffle plate in the filter bowl. This you can see in the baffle plate, that will be in the filter bowl. Then air is flow through the filter or filter bowl baffle plate. The effect of baffle plate is that air is caused to rotate in, and heavier dust particle and water droplet are drawn by the centrifugal force, or it will be forced out by the centrifugal force against the inner wall of the filter bowl, and they run down to the wall of the housing and collected in the filter bowl. Clear? And the bottom of the filter bowl, the drain plug is used, which can be drained manually to drain out the settled water and the solid particles. And The air that has been pre-cleaned is again sent to the filter by where? By through the deflector. What is the function of deflector? It will deflect the air or pre-cleaned air to the filter. And the filter is main consists of highest porous metal made up of sinter brass, and this thickness of the sinter brass is provided random zigzag passes to air to flow in, and which help to arrest the solid particle up to which micron? 5 micron, 5 to 40 micron. And degree of separation depend upon the pore size of the filter element and the insert pore size available. So what is the usual pore size you are using? Pore size is 5 micron up to 40 micron. So as well, this is the basic principle of the word filter. So filter are divided into three types, that is standard filter, Coulson filter and vapor absorbing filter. So we are discussing about standard filter. So you can see here the diagram of the standard filter. The air will be in and out from the left to right. This one is a baffle plate, filter element. This is a bowl guard and accumulator, and this one is a drain. This one is a drain. So what will happen? The standard filter has a bowl, inlet and outlet port, deflector element that deflect the air inlet to the enter into the filter element, baffle plate that separate the contaminants from the clean air. The baffle plate will be rotated in the rotating, so centrifugal force will be generated. Created due to centrifugal force, the heavy particle and water vapor will be strike on the ball guard, and it will be moved downward. The air passes through the filter element. Any foreign or fine particle 5 micron is removed and clean air is moved to the filter. The moisture collected in the button is removed by opening the drain plug. So in this way, the air will be filtered. Then second filter is known as your Coulson filter. So what is the function of what is the difference between the standard filter and Coulson filter? Standard filter also only remove the water vapor. So here in the Coulson filter, it is also remove the major portion of the oil and water vapor mixed in the from the air, that will be removed. That is the main function. And the vapor absorbing, it will be first again sent to the standard filter, then to Coulson filter, and then to vapor absorbing filter. Then basically we will discuss about which filter? The standard filter. And you know what is the principle used. Then next is we discuss about the pressure relief valve, that is a regulation. Next this is a filter, then regulator, pressure regulator. In the pressure regulator, first we will discuss about the pressure relief valve. So as the name is the relief, then it will relieve the higher pressure. Yes or no? So relief valve is the simplest type of pressure regulating device. This is a schematic diagram. Its construction working will be seen in this. You can see this is your adjusting cap. This is the spring is in tension. Then a ball type valve is used. This is the seat. Okay. So what is the function of this adjusting window? In the pressure, the spring tension or spring pressure will be adjusted by what? This adjusting cap. Okay. So it is used as a backup device in the main pressure control valve. It consists of a ball type valve held on to the two seat valve on the spring tension. This ball will be held by the spring tension, and the spring tension will be adjusted by the adjusting cap. Suppose when the air pressure will be exceeded the spring tension, the source air pressure, the inline air pressure, the pressure that will be utilized or that will be flowing through the line of the pneumatic system, if it will be exceeded the spring tension, and the spring tension means that will be set by the adjusting fluid, then what will happen? This ball will be displaced, and when the ball will be displaced, the pressure, some of the pressure will be adjusted or releasing by and reducing the pressure. So that is known as your what? Relief valve. The needle type also relief valve is used, and here we are using ball type valve that will be held by your spring, and the spring tension will be adjusted by the adjusting cap. Okay. The relief valve is specified by its span of pressure between the cracking and full flow, pressure range and flow rate. And once the valve will be open, the flow rate depend upon the excess pressure, and once the pressure will be fall below the cracking pressure, the valve seal itself. So what do you mean by cracking pressure? So you can know that the how much the pressure will be, that will be required to do the pneumatics work. So that will be adjusted by this adjusting cap. and if the source pressure will be more than this pressure, so then only the valve will be lift from the displaced from the seat and the air pressure will be decreased. Then is a pressure regulator. This is a pressure relieving valve. Then is a pressure regulating valve or non-relieving pressure regulating valve.